Well, guys, time waits for nobody, unless that man is Chuck Norris. We lost a great individual this week. High school was all about Chuck Norrisisms. We got the thumbs up in dodgeball. The great legend Chuck Norris died at 86. So let's hear him, guys. What Chuck Norrisisms do you got out there?
One of my best, because it's also a classic childhood rhyme, I guess. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, but Jack still couldn't dodge Chuck Norris's roundhouse kick.
Chuck Norris doesn't cheat death. He wins fair and square.
Chuck Norris didn't die. He beat life.
I like that. That's beautiful. Mission Impossible was originally set in Chuck Norris's house.
When Chuck Norris arrived at the gates of heaven, St. Peter showed his ID to Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris doesn't use passwords. He stares at the screen until it nervously types it in for him.
That was good.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris can hear sign language.
Chuck Norris will remember you always. Here's to you. Welcome to the show.
Bourbon. Belts. Blockbusters. You are listening to the Triple B Podcast. Let's fucking go.
All right, guys, we are back, and we're back with my cash-in this week, and I'm pretty excited about this one. So we are going to open up the old briefcase, because I feel like it's been a minute since we've done the actual opening of the briefcase.
It has been a moment. I got to do a quick hydration.
Yeah, do it. So, what we got here...
Get that nasty water out of your bourbon.
Yeah, exactly.
We got a beautiful bottle here. It is called Still Austin, the Artist, Straight Rye Whiskey. And what this blurb on the back says, the lively whiskey made from 100% Texas-grown rye grains represents Still Austin's affection for the artist, that mischievous, fearless soul who strives every day to make our city more unique and unpredictable. The rye's dark amber hue foretells a complex nose with hints of honey, cherries, fig, clove, and coffee. The palate of spicy chocolate, apricot, sandalwood, ginger, and caramel gives way to lingering after impressions of cinnamon, molasses, nutmeg, and orange zest. You asked for a breakfasty
That sounds kind of breakfast-like.
drink, and believe it or not, it's very hard to find a breakfast.
There's oranges involved with breakfast as a garnish.
I
guess that will count.
I heard the word coffee in there.
I usually drink Irish whiskey with breakfast.
Pulling a Ryan.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're not
like
alone there.
I like that.
So let's get this open. Let's give this a try-ski, because this is an early episode.
Yeah, man. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, and you're serving me rye whiskey. It's a bold move. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off. Hopefully it pays off well. Nathanugan. The producer is back.
Thank you, my friends.
You're welcome, our brother.
All right.
Apologies for the absence.
Cheers.
Clink.
Clinky.
Clink.
Drinky.
Okay, it smells nice.
Oh, and it goes down smooth.
That is smooth.
It's fruity.
Nathan's face did not make that seem smooth.
Irish whiskey doesn't make me make that face.
That's an easy drink in the morning.
That is, but
You literally get all those fruity flavors that they was talking about in the back. think the honey comes through a lot. A little bit of the molasses that they listed. Got a little zing in there.
I definitely taste like a honey coffee. Mm-hmm. It was weird because at first I was like, I feel like I taste flavors, but I feel like I don't taste a flavor.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I was like, it's like I taste like a combo, but I like couldn't pinpoint anything until like I took a second sip and then was able to actually let it kind of fester. Mm-hmm. I said that word specifically for my wife. She hates it. She hates the word fester.
Well, let's fester on this for
Good
a little
thing
bit.
she doesn't watch our podcast.
What are you gonna give this?
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Okay.
It's not my favorite. It's a rye, but as for a rye, and you know how I feel about rye whiskeys, this is one of the better ryes I've tried. Mm-hmm. I do get those flavors. I think it's solid. I just don't feel like it doesn't feel as. And I think that's part of the reason why I don't really care for rye whiskeys that much. It's just not as like full tasting as a good bourbon usually is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that didn't like it doesn't coat the mouth. It's not as viscous. Mm-hmm. You know, the viscosity. Is a big thing.
Yeah. All right.
What about you?
I'm giving it a 6. I'm also not just like it's just not the same.
Damn, you went lower than I did. I wasn't expecting that.
The flavors are there, which is fine. It is an easy drink. It's just not what I'm used to, and
it's not my preference.
Yeah, I think.
Can I change my number? I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
You're good.
I would not have gone as high.
No, you can't change your number.
I'm joining you at a 6.
All right.
Because I don't really care for it that much, but it's an easy drink. Like I'll drink on it. But it's just like, will I ever pour a finger of this again? No.
Yeah. I mean,
but it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not for me. The rye is not for me.
I'm going to hurt his feelings. I give it a 4. That face that I made was what rye whiskey does. It kicks me right in the fucking face, and I don't enjoy it.
See, I did not get a kick for like there is a little.
I didn't get
there
like
is
a kick,
little.
but I definitely feel like it's like it was to me was more of like the flavors when I first. That's what I was saying was I was like, what the fuck what is that? What is going on
party
here?
in your mouth,
and then there's this
a
bitterness that sits on the back of my tongue as soon as I bring it into my mouth, and I don't like it. I only get it from rye.
But it is like a party in your mouth, but it's like a swingers party. And
like an all male swingers party.
Yeah, like an all male swingers party in the steam room.
Like I feel like the blonde girl sitting on the couch. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I'm just very confused. So, anyways, that being said, cheers.
We go on to our bourbon talking points, and we got.
Well, I'm not wearing this for no reason.
Yeah, Ryan, take it away.
Some pretty big news for Washingtonians dropped this last week, and the topic of the Seattle Supersonics. And the NBA announced that there will be over the course of March 24th, March 25th, which is this coming Tuesday, Wednesday, that the NBA governors will be holding a vote for expansion. And now this is just the first step. There are other things that have to take place for it to fully come to fruition, but this is the first step that has kind of famously been denied the last couple times this has come up. There have been people, some of the ownership that has been a little bit, hesitant. Mm-hmm. Now they're understanding, especially with the sale of, was it the Clippers and the Celtics? They're looking at the potential for 2 markets opening up to both be fetching anywhere in the range of like $7 to $9 billion deals, and that's a lot. It ends up being like it's like over minimum $600 million to each franchise if this happens, which is just extra spending money, right? And so they have to get 23 out of the 30 votes. In like NBA insiders are all like there's like zero hesitation that this is going to pass on Tuesday, Wednesday. And then again, like I said, this is just the first, but Seattle and Las Vegas are the only 2 markets in the proposal. There are no other markets in the proposal, and it would be for a 2-team expansion. So if it does pass, that's the first step to Seattle getting the Sonics back after their notorious
departure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one way to put it.
Thievery.
From Seattle in 2008.
Robbed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was just super exciting. I haven't watched basketball, in all honesty, outside of just like I've caught some NBA finals here and there. Really, since the Sonics left, it was just kind of, it ripped the heart and soul out of a lot of Washingtonians here. And I know the NBA is not the same. It's a different league. But if we get the Sonics back, that's going to be my first step towards starting to regularly watch some basketball again.
I love the Sonics, and just growing up loved basketball in general, and so it's a childhood memory.
Yeah.
And hopefully can bring that back, and going to games is a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
that's half the fun right there. So just bringing that back and having that fun atmosphere is going to be crazy.
I stopped watching basketball when the Sonics moved to Oklahoma. And I was angry because it was just like I had just started working, and I was finally able to buy myself tickets, and then they moved the team. I wasn't going to travel to Portland and become a Trailblazers fan. That's not who I am.
Yeah.
So I'm also, I believe this is the first time, I'd have to actually look it up, which I'll do when I'm done talking. I think this is the first time in league history where a team was sold and then came back with that team. So it
might be, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if the team keeps the history, because I know that
It will.
OKC.
They agreed
will.
on the
So we're going to
initial
share the
deal.
history with OKC.
That I believe OKC will drop all of the history, and it will come back to the Seattle Sonics. And especially now that OKC has won a championship, I think they're good with that just being a separate entity, and I think that had a big part of it. But that agreement already, apparently everything I've read, that agreement had already taken place, and that the Sonics will have the history to their 1979 NBA championship. That's what my jacket here is, the patch.
Nice.
So
nice.
So yeah, it's cool. And me and my buddies at work were talking the other day that like how kind of cool would it be, honestly, like obviously a shitty situation, obviously with the last almost 20 years. And by the time, if it did happen, they're talking about the team starting in the 28-29 NBA season.
Yeah.
It would literally be 20 years
Yeah. True.
since they left to
Wow.
when they would be starting again, right? And so 20-year absence is wild, and that sucks. But how kind of poetic would it be if Durant came back for his potentially last, and who knows, but potentially last NBA season
That'd be
with
wild.
the team that drafted him and who he played for his rookie year, for his last retirement year, and then retire as a Sonic. How cool would that be? That would be fucking
so
dope.
cool.
I don't think that would happen, but it would be cool.
That would be dope. I like that idea.
Yeah. But anyways, I just thought that was worth talking about. We're obviously Seattle fans in general of all sports. And so just the idea that we could be getting, one of the, like our fifth professional team back.
Yeah. Yeah.
The team that never should have left. The marketplace is huge. Seattle's always been a great market, and the fan base is diehard. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. I mean, this just feels as close as it ever has. We've gotten little teases, maybe
Yeah.
a potential new arena at one point, and just a lot of things that were egging us on for years, and now it's finally at least coming to a vote. So
Yeah.
we're not
And
through
this
it, but this is
has
as
been
close.
in the works for a while now, especially with when we got the expansion NHL team. We got the Kraken. That was a huge thing, and it was just like, oh, okay. The leagues were like, all right, it's not just a football town. It's not just a baseball town. They like other sports.
Yeah.
So hockey. And then it's like, okay, if it happens, basketball can come back.
Yep.
Did you find it?
Yeah, so the only other time that something close to that has happened is the Hornets moved to New Orleans, remember?
Yeah.
And
And
the Charlotte
then they moved
Bobcats.
back to Charlotte.
Yeah.
Well, they expanded to the Charlotte Bobcats, and then that Charlotte has reclaimed the Hornets, and now you have the
Pelicans.
Pelicans.
Yeah.
The Pelicans.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's the closest thing to it.
So it did move, and then it came back, and I
Yeah.
assume it kept the history because it's
Yeah.
the same team
Yeah.
name. So it did happen. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But still, only once.
That's bringing us on over to
Belts.
ding, ding, ding,
Nailed
ding. Ryan, what do you want to talk about?
I got some things. I'm talking about Monday Night Raw this week, and so I want to talk about El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano, and we've been loving it, right? I don't watch AAA, so I don't know what goes on there. All I know is what I've read. And I think they need to get Chad Gable out of this.
Oh, really?
The entire did you not notice how the fans were reacting during that match?
They're leaning more towards...
They were not cheering for the original El
Yeah.
Grande Americano at all. They were cheering for the heel as if he was the face. And apparently in AAA,
He's massively
he's
over.
like super over in AAA. So at some point, it's like the idea was great, and we've loved it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I still enjoyed the match. It's, phenomenal talent, obviously. We talk about it all the time. But it was like with all of the heel tactics from Rayo and Bravo,
Yeah.
they were still getting cheered. Like,
Yeah.
Chad Gable, the OG, is getting booed.
True. Very true.
And so at some point, I just feel like, it's like, okay, drop this and get Chad Gable out of this and just bring Chad back as Chad and let him start cooking.
Yeah, because
In
he
the
doesn't...
IC title picture, and then move him up to the main card,
Yeah.
let him come back, and actually just be himself.
That's a good thought. I mean, because Chad doesn't need the gimmick. Like,
No, he
it
doesn't
was
need the
fun.
gimmick,
He was
and-
over as
and-
himself.
Yeah, and let him come back to American Made, and then make a storyline out of that, like a very obvious, like, fourth wall breaking storyline about them being like, where the hell have you been?
Yeah.
Like, kind of thing. Like, it would be perfect. It really
Yeah.
would be perfect. So have him come back and do that, and just let El Grande Americano and the Los Americanos then cook.
Yeah.
And just keep going. Or they need to do what we said, and they need to have American Made come out as
The OG Americanos.
OG Americanos, and have that actually, because then I think that could breathe some more life into this.
Yes.
And totally cause
And then
the
that
fan base to just be like, oh fuck, so like, I think there are ways you could keep it, but if you just keep it as him as a singles person just going, like, I think it's just going to die out, and it's going to hurt Chad more.
Yeah. No,
So it's like either drop him and bring him back normal, or have them come out, because that would just make sense too.
Yeah.
And
I-
especially since with like all of the teaming up and stuff, like the dirty tactics from the Los Americanos, it would just make sense. So
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't thought of that. So that's a great point, because you're absolutely right there. So I like that.
alrighty. My next talking point. AJ Lee being back is fucking great. I wish after the promo 2 weeks ago or whatever, where she said she wanted to be a fighting champion, we got something sooner than this. Like, I feel like maybe she should have defended the title at Raw last week after the IC gauntlet match happened, right? Like the number one contender, because that would have just bred more intensity into the title match. Then you could have had the number one contender. You could have had Bayley come down and sit ringside watching the IC, like, who am I going to be facing?
Yeah.
I feel like that could have. And it would have just kept that storyline of AJ saying she wants to be a fighting champion going.
Yeah.
Right. But her being back is fantastic. The Becky attack after the match was huge. The match itself was, it started off a little slow, but they really picked it up towards the end. They paid some homage to previous, like, really well-known famous matches of each of theirs respectively. I know Lance Storm is somewhere smiling, knowing that Bailey turned a running knee into a roll into a single leg Boston Crab.
Cool.
That was fucking dope, right? And so it was a great match. Everything about it is fantastic, and I think hopefully this is going to now push. Like, we're going to get Becky AJ at Mania.
Yeah,
I assume.
that's what I'm assuming.
Like, the attack now doesn't make any sense, assuming that it was finished, and we haven't seen anything from Becky between her and AJ for the last couple weeks, and now she just comes out of nowhere and attacks. This makes sense to me.
Yeah,
and that's, to me, this is what I want. I assume this is what you want. I assume, I don't know, but Becky AJ is what makes. Yeah, fair enough. That's what makes the most sense to me to push towards Mania, because if not, now you're going to start a essentially like 3-week push now or 4-week push now to a different feud. But there's so much here. Yeah, it just makes sense. So yeah, I just think it's great.
No, I agree. I think Becky AJ is the match to have at Mania. It's got the long built history right there and everything. It was weird that it veered away from that, like with Becky being absent the last couple weeks, but she was making remarks online and everything, so it was still kind of there.
So it's funny that you say that, because I was just thinking, I kind of like it, as much shit that we've given creative over the last, couple months.
Yeah.
In certain storylines, a good portion of the storylines, I think this was perfect. Okay. I think the lull actually helps, because it wasn't just it didn't turn into just like now what was essentially like a 2 or what would have been like a 2 or 3 month drawn out storyline. Yeah. We now had like a 3-week absence in it where we thought it was over. Yeah. And now it's not over. And now it feels fresh again. Now it feels new, and now it feels like you can actually push this and not have it be something that goes stale. Yeah. Right. So like, I think it was actually good, because it did feel like it was over. Like, I wasn't thinking Becky at all. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they come back from commercial break and Becky's just beating the shit out of AJ on the fucking entrance ramp, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Right. I was like,
does that mean AJ's not going to be a fighting champion though until WrestleMania? Probably.
Maybe, or she is, and that's still part of the storyline. Is like, maybe Becky tries to screw her out of it, and AJ keeps winning. Ooh, and that just drives Becky's fucking rage. I like that. Right? Like, she keeps interfering, but AJ keeps doing it.
Love it. Love that idea.
My third talking point here, and I am curious to see what your thought on this is. I don't care very much for them making it seem like Roman can get into Punk's head. That narrative to me doesn't make any sense, given the vast majority of the attitude of CM Punk over his, 20, 25 plus year career. Mm-hmm. Allowing Roman of all fucking people, makes no sense. For them to push this, all of a sudden he calls him old and he's in his head. Yeah. That did this is what Drew did for fucking 4 months. Yeah. And it didn't affect Punk, right? Like, I know it was AEW, but I know guys over there pulled the old card too. Mm-hmm. And it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, here's where I'm gonna cut in real quick. Drew did way more than just call CM Punk old. Well, Drew got into CM Punk's head,
but he got
with
personal.
The bracelet. He got personal with it. Yeah, and to have Roman come in and also get into CM, you don't get into CM Punk's head. Like, that's been his whole thing for decades. Yeah, is he's unbreakable. Yeah, like that, mentally unbreakable, and Drew did it. So by having Roman do it, you now downplay Drew McIntyre's character.
Yeah. Well, that's all they've been doing forever, is downplaying Drew McIntyre's fucking character. That's a fucking whole story for another time that I'm sure we'll get into at some point. But
I agree with you. Like, just calling him old and being the trigger
him to break. Like, if anything, that should have just caused him to laugh.
Yeah,
just because it's like, he's champ. Okay, I'm fucking 8 years older than Roman. First off, like they're literally like 8 years apart, and it's. I don't know. It just, that whole thing just sat really weird with me. And then the whole, and I think the thing that pisses me off about it the most is the same thing I've been saying about Roman for years now is 7 years. Okay. 7 years. I don't know why it took me so long to read your fingers. I was like,
That's a hard one. One.
I could have just
carry
said
the 2.
5. I was like 5. Then on the other hand, you have 2. 5. 1, 2, 5, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 6, 7. Anyways, that was a long walk for a short drink of water. Keep going. Yeah, I just, it's because it's Roman.
Yeah.
And they just push Roman in all these fucking ways. And it's like, he's been gone for so long. He's always gone for so long. Even when he's the fucking champion, he's gone for so long. And then now you put him in this situation where you've had Punk here every fucking week. He has not missed a week.
Yeah.
Since becoming champion, at least. And then before that, even the only times he missed weeks was storyline for him being injured or whatever. And then even then, most of the time, he still fucking was there.
Yeah.
Right? And then you get this, you're old, and then that cracks Punk. It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking bullshit trying to flip. And then it feels like they're like trying to make Roman the fucking face and Punk the heel, and that doesn't make any sense either.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't like it. Hopefully they fucking make this better moving over the next month into Mania, but I didn't. I was just like, okay, this is fucking stupid. It really like put a sour taste in my mouth to finish Raw.
And that's, you can't, CM Punk can't make a heel turn. He can't. Not anymore. Because he is like Randy Orton. A Randy Orton heel turn does not work as a heel turn. No one's going to boo Randy Orton.
Yeah.
No one's going to boo CM Punk anymore.
Yeah.
Not these days. It's not going to happen. Maybe a few people in the crowd, but you ain't going to CM Punk's going to get a CM Punk pop. Every time he comes out, it doesn't
and
matter.
especially when all he's doing is just spitting straight truths compared to Roman. Like everything Punk has said is literally 100% true. There's not a fucking false hair in there. It's just straight up accurate.
Yeah.
Everything he has said is 100% accurate. He is not embellished. He is nothing. Talking to the Usos last week, straight facts. That was it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you're not going to end up with, shouldn't end up with, but the part of the issue is the fucking brainwashing ability of what Roman Reigns' entire fucking ego has been. And I have not fallen victim to it, and I stand by that. There are a lot of people in the fucking fan base that it's like, no matter what Roman does, he can't do wrong, even though a good portion of what he does is not right.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm just
never,
like, fuck,
never been a
man.
big Roman fan.
Like,
ever.
there are storylines where I've been like, okay, yeah, this is legit, right? Like the fucking the old school bloodline versus solos, like that was like, yeah, this is sick.
But Roman didn't carry that.
No, Roman didn't carry most of that at all.
Solo Sikoa carried that story.
Yeah, well, and the Usos, like Jimmy and Jay, carried a good portion of that before Roman finally fucking came back.
Sammy did the lifting for that.
The
Trying to get
was
them
only there for the last
together.
3 weeks of it.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was
Yeah, I wasn't
a
just
little tangent, but
no. I mean, you're 100% right. Just the old being the trigger. I mean, why it got under Punk's skin at all? He's gone toe to toe with Braun Breaker, who is super young. Took him to the limit, beat him.
Yeah.
He's super Punk against Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
kicking out of stomps. Like, there's no room to say that he can't go right now.
No.
Like, so it was not
And
a good take.
especially against the dude who hasn't fucking wrestled in how long?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Since
that's the other thing.
Rumble.
Yeah,
Yeah,
since
he-
the
he
Rumble,
wrestles-
and it's a fucking
He
Rumble.
wrestles 4 or 5 matches a year. You know,
Maybe, right? Like you're talking about the dude. You're old. He's been here fucking wrestling every week.
Showing out.
He is legitimately, and I don't know how easy this will be to look up, Nathan, but I would be willing to bet that Punk has already defended his title in the significantly shorter amount of time that he has been champion than Reigns did in the last year that he was champion.
It's probably pretty close, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, timeline wise, it's way shorter.
I would be curious to know how many times Reigns defended his championship over the fucking, how long was it? 1,370 something days.
Yeah, it was like 30 something times.
Punk's already almost half that. Like, think about it.
Yeah.
How many times has he defended his title already?
Got Finn twice.
It's got to be
we
close to
got
10.
Breaker.
It's got to be close. He said he wanted to be a fighting champion.
And he has been.
AJ.
Yeah. You might be right with
Like, I don't know. I just
with
like,
over the last year.
over the last
not
year?
over the
No,
whole
not over the
reign.
whole thing.
But
No,
for
no.
the last year, probably.
But I mean, even still, when you put into perspective the amount of times he has already defended it,
yeah.
if you were to put that into a year,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
right, into 1 year, by the time, if Punk were to hold the fucking title, if creative doesn't absolutely just fucking ruin wrestling and give Reigns the title back at Mania, if Punk retains and he continues his, say he holds it for a year, he will have defended it
More. Yeah.
he will have he would probably have defended it close to, if not even more. More might be a push, might be a stretch, but it will be close. It would probably be over 75% of the amount of times that Reigns defended it the entirety of his over 3-year fucking reign.
True.
Almost 4-year reign, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or over 4. Was it over 4? 13. It was 1,370 something days,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. 13,
That's
16.
It's going to be close. It's,
Yeah.
it's almost 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anyways,
Banger.
my banger of the night. I don't know if you thought it was going to be the Punk Reigns.
No, because I mean, I know you.
Okay.
You know me.
Yeah.
You know I know you.
I know you know. You know
You
I
know.
know.
Yeah.
You know you. Yeah.
And I knew that didn't, because it didn't land with me, so I figured it really
Yeah.
didn't land with you.
So I assume you know what my fucking banger is then. Oba fucking Femi.
Dude, that fucking
This-
opening.
This was... I can't recall the last time I was mouth ajarred.
Same.
Like, I was like I watched.
I was
I
chanting
see
with the
TikToks.
crowd.
Yeah, like I see TikToks and videos online of like live reactors, you know, like influencers in the wrestling world they film themselves watching the shows live, and how many times I watch them and they're like, "Oh my god!" And I was just like, "That's so done up for the video." Like I
Yeah.
was like, "I've never reacted." Okay, I have now. I have now reacted like that because this was 100% actually, like, I knew Oba was coming out. I don't know, like, I actually felt that. Like, I don't know if that was a well-known thing. I don't know if anyone else really thought that or not, but I was like, Oba's coming out.
Not
this
in
is-
that moment. I didn't know.
Because I was like, it's not going to be Brock versus Rollins at Mania. That makes no sense.
I thought that
So-
might be a weird swerve. Just
But I was
the way
like,
Paul Heyman was selling that, I was like,
well,
I can see it, but I wasn't excited about it.
But to me, it was like that would have completely negated the entire promo Heyman gave a few weeks ago
For sure.
about Brock, right?
Yes.
Was who's going to answer? Rollins isn't answering that. He's fucking injured right now. That doesn't make any sense. Like, they're like, no one's man enough or strong enough, and it's Rollins. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And so I was like, Oba's going to come out. Holy shit. And he did. So I knew that. I was expecting that. He came out. That was not what caught me off guard. What caught me off guard was the fact that he just pop up, fall from grace Brock fucking Lesnar like it was nothing. And I was just like, oh my God. And then for the kayfabe of it, it was like, okay, shit, camera caught this. But we know that kayfabe doesn't really exist anymore. So the fact that you were able to, on live TV, see Braun give Oba the fucking, like the verbal putting him over by telling him, step on my chest.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think that was even, like, that was better than the kayfabe.
Yeah.
It was like because I was just saying, I think it was last week, I was just saying that I was like, it makes me nervous because I've read that Brock does not want, like, he's not losing at Mania. And this gives me hope. Now, I don't know how it'll actually end up going, but it gives me hope that Brock is putting his ego aside to put Oba fucking Femi over.
Yeah.
Right? By him saying, step on my chest.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, step on my chest. This is going to be a huge moment for you. Like, that is something that we are not used to Brock Lesnar doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
he did it for Drew McIntyre, and Drew won that year.
True, yeah.
That was the last time he did that moment.
But watching fucking just Brock turns, and he just it was like watching somebody do it to Rey Mysterio. Like, it was like the same ease that he did it with, just the fucking pop up and the fall from grace.
Just so beautiful.
It is such a beautiful move. It is absolutely devastating. We've always said that the power bomb is one of the most devastating. I think we had that as a question one time, and I said the last ride was one of the most devastating moves, right?
Yeah.
The fucking sit out last ride it might be the most devastating move.
I mean, yeah, you're bringing all that momentum down with you.
It's the last ride and a Batista bomb fucked, and this is the child that they birthed.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I think the people saying that Brock Lesnar isn't going to lose at Mania, like he refuses to lose at Mania, are probably people who are just remembering his return to the WWE from the UFC when he literally came out and beat the living hell out of John Cena. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
But he lost that match.
He did.
Right away.
He did. But he beat the hell out of John Cena.
Yeah.
Like, was literally really throwing elbows and bows and fists at John Cena.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Brock Lesnar has matured. But since then, I think Brock Lesnar has
what I'm saying
realized some things about the business since then, and I think Brock Lesnar doesn't have anything to prove right now. So I don't know that he'll be like, no, I'm not losing at Mania. And then just to run it back, because I finally got the numbers before we move on.
Yeah.
CM Punk has defended his title 4 times since November 1st when he got it.
Okay.
And that comes out to about once every 35 days. Roman defended his title during his 1,300-day reign 27 times, which comes out to once every 48 days. So
he is on a faster track. Did you happen to see in the last year of Roman's reign how many times he defended it?
No pun intended there.
In the last year.
Roman's reign.
No, that's gonna take me a couple more minutes.
Okay,
I'll get back to you.
That's fine. But just while you're doing that, just going off what you said about like what people are saying. When I'm saying that, I'm not saying I'm reading comments from just random people online. I'm talking like Bleacher Report reports, right? Like I'm talking like actual like vindicated is probably not the right word. Is that the right word? Vindicated?
No. I don't. I get what you're saying. I can't think of the word.
Yeah, 9 in the last year, and Punk's already fucking defended it 4 times in
5 in the next
4 months.
Yeah.
So, come on. And, he's defending it 1 more time at Mania. So that's 5 in
9
like 6
seems
months.
really high for his final year.
That's not good that you're saying
but
that.
I'm just saying that seems
9
really
seems high. That's not good, man. Anyways, moving off Roman and Punk, getting back on the banger. Oba Femi they're doing everything right with Oba. And this is, they have historically not done, since Brock debuted, in all honesty, they have not done it right with the monster.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean by that? Like the giant fucking
Braun Strowman.
Yeah, thank you, Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
I mean, even like a Rusev or anybody like that.
Bronson Reed.
They haven't done it right. They haven't done it well. Fucking almost.
Yeah.
Right. Even Royce Keys, they fucking came out of the Royal Rumble. We haven't seen him since. What the fuck?
Apparently he was on Main Event, I guess, recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
But that's the first time.
And I read something recently that, this is totally off topic, but, well, I mean, it is with Royce Keys, that he, like, it was like a non-negotiable that he was not going to be on NXT when he signed his contract. Like, he was, like, he had to be on the main roster.
Oh.
It was like, oh, okay, cool. So they signed him, and they did that. They're like, yeah, sounds good. And then they haven't had him on since the one time he came in and then lost.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, yeah, that's a real fucking good way to go ahead and push somebody. Anyways, So yeah, Obafemi is the real fucking deal. They're doing it right. Creative's behind him. He has to win at Mania.
Yeah.
Has to.
I thought that opening was just pure gold. It was one of those wrestling moments that is going to be like looked back as just one of the biggest moments, I think. But just everything was good. Just Brock beating all the masked men.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins
No. Brock almost murdering half of the masked men. The one dude, once he made it around in front of the announce table and then to the, like the barricade where they usually go out.
Yeah.
The dude he threw, I was like, that dude might be actually dead. I'm pretty sure he went head first into the barricade and then the floor. He might actually die. Someone needs to check on that man.
But yeah, no, I just thought that was cool. Seth Rollins standing face to face, lights go out. The crowd sold that moment completely with the Oba, whoo, and then just everything you said. Yeah. Gold.
Last thing, Paul Heyman looked fucking awful. It was fantastic. I don't know if his nose has always been that big or if that was makeup or something, but it looked huge.
Yeah.
Like the tip of his nose looked fucked up. And his eye, and it was like, is he crying or is it just like I couldn't tell, but it just looked great.
Yeah,
he looked fantastically terrible. So
no,
he looked worse than before he took the powerbomb, and he looked real rough then.
That's true.
When the new bloodline was making his life a living hell.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
going over to SmackDown. I think our talking points here will be a little bit quicker through it because it's SmackDown. Jade Cargill has a new crew, and I'm really scratching my head on that because she literally spent the only time pretending to defend her title, or if you could call that.
I knew you were going to talk about this. That's why I just poured myself more whiskey.
Was beating up B-Fab and Michin only for them to join. I'm just like, what is this? What in the world? The only redeeming thing was Rhea, in my head, breaking kayfabe and saying, I don't need the title. That title needs me. Because we're sick of it on Jade Cargill. Yeah. Meaning Jade is going to retain it, because that's our WWE that we live in. But that was the most redeeming part of that. Very head-scratching moment.
Yeah.
I know you got thoughts on this.
It was terrible. I literally said out loud to Lindsay as I was watching it last night, I was like, oh, great. We took one of the worst fucking things they have going on and we just added two of the other worst fucking characters in the women's division to her. Sweet. Fantastic. Michin is the best out of all three of them. Mm-hmm. Hands down. In the ring, on the mic, everything about her character is the best. But now it's dog shit. And B-Fab is... she started to show a little bit, but she hasn't been given, any actual time to fucking show anything. No. And Jade Cargill is fucking terrible. Every time she's on the mic, it's awful. She has zero promo skills. She
stole CM Punk's line. I'm not here to make friends. I need money.
That's literally... I said that to Lindsay. I was like, well, she just stole that from CM Punk. I was like, that's what CM Punk said when he came back, which was before Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
What are we doing? I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. I'm that bitch. That's all she says is, I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. And then I love Rhea in this entire thing because it's Rhea, and I will never not love Rhea. Mommy, she's amazing. Yeah. Mommy's always on top for a reason. But when she didn't even say I'm that bitch or you're that bitch, she just said bitch. She just called her bitch. I was like, let's go.
Rhea is the best thing to happen to the women's division in a very long time.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
It's dog shit. That's what it is.
It is.
I swear to God, if you talk about, keep going.
We got Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu wrestling all over the arena.
Yeah.
We get the opening and closing with them and the in-betweens. Yeah, exactly. Obviously, we talked about it. Why are they throwing a random match on SmackDown? Well, that match never happened. And kind of is what I was saying. Either that match ends in no contest Mania match. Yeah. figured this is what it is. Now this is back-to-back years where Drew gets thrown into a cheap-ass storyline, and it's going to be like a no-holds-barred. Last year it was Damian Priest in a street fight.
Yeah.
This year it's going to be I'm sure something along those lines.
This is a longer built-up thing,
yeah,
though.
but I wish if that's the case, just say Drew was the one that attacked him and broke his teeth.
Yeah, I'd like to at least get some sort
get
of clarification
from that because that would just add to the storyline. We just assume it's him.
I would love if it turned out at Mania that the truth does come out at Mania.
Mm-hmm. That was Sami Zayn.
No, that it was Cody.
Oh.
And then Jacob comes out and just fucks Cody up, and then that's what leads. And Orton's just like, and then Punk kicks Cody and pins him.
Maybe that's who Randy's talking to on the phone.
Yeah, it would make all of the sense in the world. It would be perfect.
Yeah, no, it's just I feel bad for Drew. It's just like this match is gonna be good.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't feel bad in like that sense, just because like of who it's against. It's Jacob, and I feel like that is very. My robots just tried to connect to each other. My watch and my phone they just tried to have a baby. Anyway, so I feel like if it's like to me last year, I like Priest, don't get me wrong, but Priest is a lesser character and lesser wrestler than Jacob Fatu is.
Yes.
Right? So like this is a bigger thing, and this feels more personal than Priest did. That literally felt random and just weird. And this like actually like I'm into this way more.
Yeah.
So like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of cool ending though. Just I like cliffhanger endings where you don't know what happened to them. It's just they both fall off a balcony.
I wish it would have been higher.
Yeah, it did seem pretty low.
It didn't feel like the scales were as big just because
I've jumped off
I felt
like a portable at school.
Yeah.
Taller than that, I feel like.
Yeah. So I just feel like it could have been higher, but you know, neither of them are like a Jeff Hardy type.
Yeah.
So, or
I'm sure
Shane
there was a
McMahon.
huge ass crash pad behind that fence, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm positive.
I do like
A shit
Drew
ton of cardboard
grabbing
boxes.
I like the way they sold it though. Like Drew grabbing the
that
shirt,
was cool. And it like ripped his shirt
Yeah.
as he was falling, but
That was
it wasn't
cool.
like an awkward.
Yeah.
it was very seamless. I did like that.
because it's not the forced grabbing him
Yeah.
and going down. It was like grabbing at last
He
straw.
was literally falling, and then he got his.
It could have
shirt.
gone wrong.
He could have not grabbed him, and Jacob would have just been like, "Cut," you know, like help. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Next
But, yeah.
talking point. Randy Orton wants his legacy to be about championships and not smiles. I thought it was a good follow up to what it is. I'm not sold on the follow up with beating up Matt Cardona.
I am.
I like the ending. I thought it was vicious, and I'm here for that. I'm just not sold on I don't know about their friendship behind stage. They weren't on screen a lot together back in the day.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they got past that by just the little verbal interaction in the back before Orton did the original attack.
Yeah.
Right.
I would
Like
say,
he's like, I've known you guys. He's like, I've known you guys both for 20 years, man.
yeah.
Like you guys were brothers. Like
Yeah.
that was just really what he was saying.
Yeah.
You know, was I don't know about their shared history, but Cardona brought it all together by saying, he's like, I've known you guys for over 20 years, man. You guys were brothers. Well,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then that's what I think it's more of the you and Cody are brothers thing that is getting him more than the actual history between the two.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Orton cares who the fuck it is.
True.
Kind of
true.
thing.
Very
And
true.
that's where I'm seeing it.
But I love just that they're building on the sadistic side of Randy Orton. I love the sign
We've
in the
needed
crowd that said 09 Randy has entered the chat. That spoiler, that's the name of the title of the episode.
love it.
So shout out to whoever that fan made that sign. I'm just super excited about sadistic Randy Orton. I hope they just keep building more and more on this. I want Brandy Rhodes to be out in the ring sometime between now and me and taking a RKO or a punt.
So that's what I wanted, and maybe that would have been too soon. Maybe it would have been too soon for him to pull the punt
a little
back
more.
up. But think about it though. Before he pulled him into the chair thing, never even needed to happen. Mm-hmm. You could have simply had Orton back off when he put his head between his hands when he was at ringside, and you could have had Cardona roll off the announce table. Mm-hmm. And then Orton just hit the punt kick.
Yeah.
And it would have been like, oh, fuck. He's back.
They might save that moment for WrestleMania.
I know. They might save it for either Mania or right before Mania or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I think it would have been a good moment just with the setup of it, but I do think it would have been too early.
And they can still do this, but I really want them to start playing the tidbits we talked on over the last 2 years. Randy looking at the title.
Yeah.
The tease of the Punk coming back against KO and everything. Like, just start playing those to go, hey, this has been festering a lot longer than just last week, you know?
Oh,
so,
for sure.
So please, WWE, do that.
Well, you made me happy because the next up, the only thing you have left is your banger. And so I know you're not talking on what I didn't want you to.
The tag titles? The
Continue.
women's tag title?
Any of it. Continue.
Okay. The banger of the night goes to Mello and Ilya because
Abso-fucking-lutely it
these
does.
guys have the best chemistry. Like, I think this exceeds Mello and Andrade's chemistry with the best of 7.
And that's fucking
And
hard
that's
to do.
hard to do.
But I agree with you. This has been nothing but flawless. And this match, they continue to fucking
One up
take it up
like,
somehow.
Yeah, they
with
just
like
up
Andrade
the ante.
and Mello, it made sense because they were both high flyers. Like, Ilya's not a high flyer.
He's just a
fucking
bruiser.
Yeah, exactly.
But he can.
He can,
but he doesn't. That's
But
what I'm saying.
Ilya
Like, he doesn't do the high.
Ilya
flying shit.
Dragunov is a phenomenal performer. If you look back he
got hurt. I know.
Before he got hurt, his feud with Ludwig.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was phenomenal.
It was amazing.
Ilya
but what I'm saying
Dragunov
is,
adds levels to any feud that he's in, any
100%.
situation that he's in.
But what we're saying is Andrade and Mello's best of 7 fucking series that they had was they kept one-upping it with like the high stakes of the aerial assault.
Yeah.
Right?
Hands down, that's one of my favorite
but
multi-match feuds that continue over weeks.
Ilya and Mello, they're taking it up a notch in just straight up technical wrestling in the ring somehow. And that's the thing where you're like, what the fuck? With what they've already been able to do, but they keep one-upping that is like far more impressive.
Yeah.
So like, I agree with you.
It's impressive because Dragunov is not generally a high flyer and Hayes is not generally a technical guy.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
It's so cool.
The hits that they were delivering, like the giant blows they were delivering and then bouncing off the ropes and just coming back. I was like, okay, this is legit.
Yeah.
Like, this is cool.
It was just such a good one. I love, to your point, just how they level it up each time they go. I'm okay if they want to do it one more time at WrestleMania. Just showcase it all.
Absolutely.
Just do it one more time.
This is why they need to bring the Cruiserweight back.
I agree. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. I'd be okay. That would help so many lower talent get some TV time.
But it's like the thing is like Mello and I think this is the issue with the idea of a cruiserweight is like Mello and Ilya wouldn't be in the cruiserweight title. They need to be in the fucking US. You know what I mean? Like,
true.
I don't want to take certain people and
you kind of take away that.
Exactly. And like remove.
Should they really be going for IC title?
Dom would then be like cruiserweight.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, he's perfect in the IC title picture. Eventually in the fucking main title picture.
Yeah.
He'll be perfect in it. Right? Like there are certain. But you could also take the other argument too that is like while the cruiserweight was a thing, Rey Mysterio won a world title. So
yeah. True.
You know, you can argue it both ways.
Yeah. Belts question of the week. I posed this.
Yeah, you sure fucking did.
And this is it's a wordy one, so bear with me here.
It sure is.
There's a lot of criteria here. Build the ultimate WrestleMania card from years past. Here's the criteria to it. I'm asking you to build a 7-match card.
Which Hunter doesn't even do anymore. Doesn't build 7-match cards.
Build a 7-match card that includes at least one men's heavyweight title. Doesn't need to be both. At least one women's heavyweight title. Again, doesn't need to be both. One mid-card title, i.e. the IC, US, European, Hardcore, etc. One tag team title. Again, doesn't need to be both. You can only pick one match from a WrestleMania. You can't have repeating superstars for multiple matches, and results of the matches stay the same. So let's not go back and forth. Just list your card,
Okay.
and then I'll list my card.
My card. Men's world title.
Okay.
How do you want to do it?
Go bottoms up.
Bottoms. Ooh.
I mean, if you want to, you could
Okay.
go whatever order.
No, that's fine. I'll go bottoms up, meaning I'm starting with the mid-card championships.
Okay.
Okay. Because those are the bottom compared to the other matches. So I'm going to go US title.
Okay.
WrestleMania 20. Cena Big Show.
Oh, I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
IC. WrestleMania 3. Randy Savage, Ricky Steamboat.
Guarded as one of the best matches
Yeah.
in history.
Yep. Tag title.
Okay.
WrestleMania 17. TLC.
Yep.
If that's not yours, I'm going to kick you in the nuts.
I do not have any WrestleMania 17 on my card.
One sec.
No, Daddy, no.
Well, you're a whore. Anyways. Then I'm going women's world title. Lynch, Rousey, Flair,
Yep.
WrestleMania 35.
Yep.
It's the first women's main event at a WrestleMania, and it is regarded as one of the best women's matches of
It lived up to the hype.
all times. So,
Yep.
Then I'm going Bret Austin, Mania 13. It was the double turn.
Why didn't I do that one?
It was the double turn. It was that was like the true beginning of the Attitude Era. It was the creation of fucking the Rattlesnake Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like it was everything.
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm going Taker versus Shawn 1, Mania 25. That is regarded as one of the greatest matches of all time. It is a 5-star match. There's nothing you can say bad about it, and if you have something bad about it to say, I got 2 words for you.
Suck it.
And finally, in my men's world title in the main event, Rock Austin 2 from, again, WrestleMania 17.
You can't choose two from the same.
What?
Boo that man.
That is, can only pick one match from a WrestleMania. If you pick Triple H, Booker T at Mania 19, you
that's
cannot.
my bad.
You'll have
That's
to
my-
excuse
fine,
him. He
okay.
graduated from Cleellum.
Okay. I misread that. That was my bad. Okay. Fine. Then I'll go fucking Rock Austin 1 or Rock Austin 3. Fuck you. It doesn't matter.
All right. All right.
Whatever. I got 2 others to choose from.
No, that doesn't work either because you can't use repeating superstars. And you used Austin and Bret Hart.
This is why I hate your multi-part questions, Tim. They're fucking stupid. You have too many criteria
Why would Austin
for me to
wrestle
waste
in
my
multiple
time on this.
question
God
matches?
damn it. Fine. Then fucking give me Triple H versus Booker T at WrestleMania 19, you fucking twat.
There you go. All right.
I didn't do anything for WrestleMania 19.
There you
Fuck
go.
you.
There you go.
I don't even like that match, but I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, so fuck off.
All right. Here's my card. We actually matched up on 1, 2, 3 matches here.
Okay.
Sammy KO versus Usos tag titles at WrestleMania 39. It was the main event of night 1. I thought it just had all the build and hype into that match. I loved it. Number 6.
You didn't have anything from WrestleMania 17, and that's the tag title you went with?
This match was so good. It was so good.
It wasn't better.
You chose Triple H versus Booker T.
Yeah, because your stupid criteria, and I can't think of anything else off the top of my
That's
head.
not my fault. You didn't do your homework early this week.
Give me Benoit winning. Was that at Mania? Give me Benoit winning the title.
That was.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
you didn't use Triple H or Shawn Michaels, so that works. That works. Oh, no, you did.
I did use Shawn
So you
Michaels.
can't
Was
use
that
that
triple
match
threat
either.
match?
Yep.
Did Eddie win it at Mania?
Yep, he did.
Give me Eddie then. Who was that against?
Or he didn't win it. He
Defended
retained
Against?
Kurt Angle.
Okay, there we go. Give me that one. That was a great match. That was a classic.
All right, there we go. All right. Okay.
I rectified it.
Refreshing. Sami KO versus Usos, WrestleMania 19, number 6. Edge versus Mick Foley in the hardcore match at WrestleMania 22. Great match.
That was a flaming table.
Yep. We got Rock versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania 19. Rock versus Austin, number 3 in Seattle. Austin's final match. Well, at the time, final match. We got Macho Man versus Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3 for the IC title. We got Ronda versus Charlotte versus Becky at WrestleMania 35. Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25, number 1. Number 2 was great, but not as good as number 1. And then my number 1 is Roman versus Cody, WrestleMania 40, when Cody won the title. Just all the storyline going into that. Felt like it was the big culmination of a bunch of stories, including having The Undertaker Cena come out and everything. So
I refuse to put Roman in this for me. For obvious reasons.
I didn't build a full card, but one of my favorite Mania main event matches is Savage Hogan WrestleMania 5. I loved that match.
Yeah,
it was long. It had turns. And it was a great match.
Yeah, I like it. Well, that brings us over to Blockbusters. And we got our focus features, and I got the first one here, Spider-Man Brand New Day.
I specifically, I wasn't going to take this from you.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Because I could have, but I chose not to.
Oh. You were gonna maybe I put it up the day before the trailer came out.
Oh, I was gonna put it up. I was gonna put it up like Monday when I knew it was coming out Wednesday.
Gotcha.
And then I was like, I'm not gonna do that to Tim. This is Tim's baby. Spider-Man is Tim's thing. I won't take that from him. So I was just like, I'm not gonna put this on. I know Tim is. I know that's his focus feature. So I was waiting to see what other things came out.
I appreciate you. We got Spider-Man Brand New Day. Synopsis. After the record-breaking global success of Spider-Man No Way Home, Spider-Man Brand New Day marks an entirely new chapter for Peter Parker and Spider-Man. 4 years have passed since the events of No Way Home, and Peter is now an adult living entirely alone, having voluntarily erased himself from the lives and memories of those he loves. Crime-fighting in New York that no longer knows his name, he's devoted himself entirely to protecting his city, a full-time Spider-Man. But as the demands on him intensify, the pressure sparks a surprising physical evolution that threatens his existence, even as a strange new pattern of crimes gives rise to one of the most powerful threats he has ever faced. Cast is Tom Holland, Zendaya, Mark Ruffalo, John Bernthal, Sadie Sink, Jacob Batalone, Tremel Tillman, and Michael Mondo. Release date for this is July 31st of this year, and the platform is in the cinemas. What'd you think of this trailer?
It's phenomenal. I'm so fucking excited for this. It looks so goddamn good. There are quite a few similarities between this and Spider-Man 2. Mm-hmm. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. Considering like the organic webbing now that's happening, the sad eyes when seeing MJ with somebody else, like just there's quite the even the grave scene where in Spider-Man 2 it's Uncle Ben is Ben Parker and then it's May, right, and just the kind of similarities there are great. I think they're great callbacks to my favorite Spider-Man movie out of the Raimi trilogy and up until No Way Home. Yeah. In all honesty, I think Spider-Man 2 is my favorite Spider-Man. So yeah, I just thought that was cool. It feels like we're getting a lot of characters in this, but it doesn't feel like, at least from the trailer, it doesn't feel like they're going to be like overpowering, and it feels like a Spider-Man movie. Yeah. Does that make sense? Like it doesn't feel overbearing, which I like. I've seen a couple different screen grabs from the trailer that are like almost exact detail to detail from comic books.
Yeah.
Right? Like him and fucking Tarantula on the water tower thing with the cop like aiming up from below.
Yeah.
It is like almost exactly identical. I was like, that's so fucking cool that they're doing the research. They're doing the things.
Just like one of the ones where he's like just slinging and the like web is like in an S.
Yeah.
It's just such cool scenery.
Yeah, the cinematography in this is fantastic, and I love the fact that we have still zero idea who Sadie Sink is actually playing. I know there are a lot of rumors going multiple different ways, and she was not, at least visually, fully in this. I know there are a lot of people thinking that the person with the hood on going like this in whatever apartment building or whatever room that was in, they think it's her because they think she's playing Jean Grey.
I thought of maybe with the old lady in the
I don't
bunker
know.
thing.
That's what I don't know.
Yeah, but she definitely wasn't shown.
She wasn't shown, and that's what I like about it is that they're keeping that under, kind of under lock and key right now. It's just like nobody knows who she's actually playing, even though there, like I said, there's a lot of thoughts on it. So looks great. It looks fantastic. The black and red eyes. Like there's some shit happening with Parker with Peter Parker right now in this, and it's a perfect time for it to be happening. And then just the narration of the like the spider has 3 life cycles and all
Is
of that.
that
It's
hinting
just
to
like
another trilogy, or
fuck, dude,
is that
this is awesome?
or just yeah.
So some producer comments. I got 3 things. One, just like Tim, Spider-Man is one of my favorite superheroes. So it's I love seeing Spider-Man anywhere.
Yeah.
2, the organic web. I don't know if this is where you were going with it. Isn't the only thing that they're taking from Spider-Man 2, the Sam Raimi trilogy. Him losing his powers and his powers faltering.
Yeah.
Is the big thing there, and I love that they're doing that. They're tying it in to the multiverse that they created with No Way Home.
Yeah.
And then Sadie Sink being in this movie, as massive Stranger Things fan, seeing Sadie Sink in a major motion picture is awesome to me. I think she's an amazing young actress.
She's fantastic.
And I am excited to see her in this. I think her as Jean Grey would be phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah, it would be great.
Yeah, I'm excited that what they said was it's going back to street level in this, and that's what it felt like. He no longer has the Stark tech suit.
Yeah.
It's just his basic suit, and just there's a lot going on in the street. You got Punisher, you got Scorpion, you got the Hand,
Tarantula,
and you just don't know
Bruce Banner,
exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't know exactly where it's going. Now, part of me feels like some of this is just going to be a quick glimpse because he does get like key to the city, so maybe it shows what he's been up to this past 4 years, and so maybe that's to kind of take away from some of that. So maybe there's not as much going on, but I'm not nervous. And Kevin Feige, we trust here.
Yeah.
He's got his hand in this, so I'm super pumped on this.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Sorry, that was one more thing that I had. John Bernthal as the Punisher, bringing the Punisher in. The Punisher, yes, it was Marvel, the series, but it was on Netflix.
Yeah,
and
it
was
Netflix
one of
series,
those.
yeah.
It was one of those Marvel series that didn't count for the MCU, kind of like the original Daredevil series, TV series. Like it didn't count for the MCU.
It does now.
It does now, and I love that. John Bernthal, I love John Bernthal. I'm done.
I can't wait for his special that's coming out as well.
Yeah, his special, and then Daredevil season 2 drops on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Or at least the first episode drops on Tuesday. And they're bringing Kristen Ritter back as Jessica Jones from The Defender. Like everything from the Netflix show so far is intact, and I fucking love that because those shows were phenomenal.
And you got the Hand in there,
The
which
Hand, Yep.
brings
And
Daredevil.
Vincent D'Onofrio is also Kingpin still.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
All right, mine. We got Balls Up. And I love that you texted me. You were like, dude, did you see the trailer? I was like, oh, yeah, it's about to be my focus feature. As long as I was like, I wanted to watch the trailer for one of the other ones I put in the news, the Wild Horse 9.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that looks intriguing. But I was like, it's going to be a toss up between those for me. So I went with Balls Up. Synopsis. In this raunchy, over-the-top comedy, marketing executives Brad and Elijah go balls out and pitch a bold, full-coverage condom sponsorship with the World Cup. After their drunken celebration in Brazil sparks a global scandal, they must outrun furious fans, criminals, and power-hungry officials to salvage their careers and make it home alive. The cast of this is Mark Wahlberg, Paul Walter Hauser, Molly Shannon, Sacha Baron Cohen, and Eric Andre. And the release date is April 15th of this year, and the platform will be Prime Video.
Dude, this raunchy comedy is back, and
and it needs to be,
and
it's fantastic, and I love every aspect of this.
The pairing of Mark Wahlberg and Paul Walter
just was so unexpected,
Yeah.
but it is so everything we needed. It like takes up the pairing of Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell and the other guys, right? Like, you're just taking it up a notch now with somebody who 100% should not be in this situation is Paul Walter Hauser, right? Will Ferrell made some sense in that role.
Yeah.
Paul Walter Hauser should not be in this role, and this is the role but like the role he's in is so fitting, at the same time. Is. I'm so stoked for this because this is just so fucking stupid, and this is what we need in the world right now.
Couple things from this. I wasn't too familiar with Paul Walter Hauser before Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah.
He was in the movie Richard Jewell, really good in that movie. But then I saw him recently in a movie, I, Tonya, and he kind of has similar qualities that he's showing in this, and it carries over well. Love that casting choice. This also brought back a fear from what we learned back, or maybe it was just like a tale, but just peeing in a river and having bugs swim up your stream. Yeah. Just that fear is back in this trailer. So
Did you guys know he's a pro wrestler?
Paul Walter Hauser? Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. I'm thick of funky fruit, penis eating minnows. The rundown. Fuck yeah.
So I hadn't muted myself after the last time I talked, and then muted myself when I said that. So just so people know what I said, Paul Walter Hauser is also a professional wrestler.
The producer.
Still ironing out the kinks, ladies and gentlemen.
But yeah, dude, it looks fucking great. I'm excited for it.
What's in the news?
What's in the news?
We got a handful of things.
We got some stuff.
We got some news. We got some John Krasinski revealing the cast for Quiet Place Part 3. Cillian Murphy's coming back. Emily Blunt. We got Millicent Simmons, Noah Jupe, Jack O'Connell, Jason Clarke, and Katie O'Brien. So a little bit new, a little bit old coming back. And we've talked about this series, this franchise.
It's one of my favorite horror series.
So good. John Krasinski can do no wrong with this, and
my pants got a little tighter when I read Jason Clarke. There's not a single thing I don't think he's ever been in that I haven't adored.
Yeah,
he is a phenomenal actor. The whole entirety of the series. Why am I forgetting now what it's called? But it was like the Last Frontier, Final Frontier, Last Frontier. I think Last Frontier on Apple. It's so fucking good. And
Final Frontier.
It's a Final Frontier.
Yeah, because that's the whole. I think that's what Alaska's known for, Final Frontier.
Okay. But anyways.
It's the Last Frontier.
It's the Last Frontier, yeah.
Damn it. Thank you, producer.
I wasn't going to argue with you, but...
The Final Frontier is Star Trek.
Yeah, that's right.
But yes.
I knew it started with an
S. That show is phenomenal. I can't wait for season 2 of that to come out. And I like I said, I love everything about this fucking series.
I only got a release date. It's July 30th of next year, so that's a long way,
even fucking better.
But I'm so pumped.
I hope John Krasinski is somehow involved still in like some sort of flashbacks or something.
Yeah.
Would be a cool way. His character in the first one was just so compelling and relatable, especially now as a father.
Yeah.
It's just like you do anything for your kid. You know? And so like that character, and then it comes back again in the second one where it's showing like the prequel to all of it happening and everything.
Yeah.
It's so good. Just the show's so good. The writing is great. The casting is phenomenal. Everything about it's great.
Yeah. Next up, we got The Outcome, and this has Keanu Reeves, Cameron Diaz, Jonah Hill. This is written by Jonah Hill, and what I liked about this is you put one of the most likable actors in Keanu Reeves, and you're telling me a story of he's most hated in this movie, and he has to go on an apology tour, and it's just, it's wild to think Keanu Reeves is hated at all, but in this movie he is. It's got some great actors into it. Keanu Reeves is in it. I'm here for it.
It has to me like there's no actual relation to this, I'm sure, but it has like an idea of like sex tape to me.
Yeah.
Where like it seems like something obviously goes out and he's trying to nip it in the bud, right? Mm-hmm. He's trying to head it off before it actually makes an issue. Yeah. And that's what the sex tape with Cameron Diaz and Jason Segel was about. Yeah. And that's what it reminds me of, to an extent, obviously, not the same comedic tone or anything like that, but just like the idea.
Which is funny because Cameron Diaz is in this one too.
That's true.
That's true.
Cameron Diaz is in this. That's true. I wasn't even thinking about that. But yeah, Cameron Diaz is in this as well. You're right. So, but yeah, it looks great. It looks less comedy.
Yeah.
More like genuine, almost like it's going to be some sort of like heartfelt comedy type movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Less like stupid comedy. Like
true.
What
yeah,
I was
very
comparing to, but. I'm excited for it nonetheless. Love Keanu Reeves. Love Cameron Diaz. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Next up, we have an update teaser. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is official. We have a little teaser video bringing back all of the characters we've seen. And I don't know. It seemed as though there may have been another hedgehog face right at the end there. I don't know if that was a different one.
Metal Sonic is going to be the villain in this one.
Metal Sonic has been confirmed.
It has. Okay. I was going to say, I didn't look into it. I just watched the video when I put it up. So I was like, that definitely looks like it could be a whole new issue going on. And I feel like that's why that would be there. But you got the returning of fucking James Marsden, his girlfriend in it, who I totally forget her name, but you got Jim Carrey coming back. You have Knuckles. You have Shadow. You have
Tails.
Kristen Taylor's. Is that Tails?
Yeah.
The pink.
No.
Kristen, not Kristen Taylor. Kristen Stewart. Sorry, no.
Kristen Bell.
Goddamn.
Come on, Veronica Mars. Where are you, Tim?
Kristen Bell. Kristen Bell is the pink hedgehog, who I forget her name. But that's what we have a producer for coming in here in a couple seconds. But yeah, we
Amy
have
Rose.
Ruby Rose. Yeah, there
Amy
we go.
Rose.
Amy Rose. Ruby Rose is an actress. Fuck. I'm all over the place.
You need to quit drinking this early in the morning.
I like it. Sharpens me up for the rest of the day.
So I'm actually excited to see if Jim Carrey's clone can do as good of a job as Jim Carrey.
We're not touching on that. Okay? God damn it. But anyways, I was excited for this just because the whole trilogy so far has been phenomenal, and I love these movies.
Every minute of every 3 movies. They're just no nonsense fun, but done right, and then I'm excited. Number 4, keep it coming. Jim Carrey's back for the ride and everything. I'm here for it.
Absolutely. Next up, we have a Wild Horse 9 trailer. This is
John Malkovich.
Thank you. And fucking why am I forgetting both names?
And
John Malkovich and
oh god, it's
God.
right on the tip of my
thank you, Sam Rockwell.
Thanks,
That's
producer.
what the producer's for, as he's draining the main vein in there. Sam Rockwell, John Malkovich. It's from like the 1978 time frame, somewhere in there. And they're like CIA operatives, and
I mean, you got John Malkovich.
Some untrusting shit is taking place. We'll just put it that way. We got also.
I could have told you guys Zaphod Beeblebrox instead of Sam Rockwell, and y'all wouldn't have known what the hell I was talking about.
That's fair. Crazy Eyes. Fucking help me out.
Steve motherfucking Buscemi, my
Steve
boy.
Buscemi. I forgot every single actor that was in this movie that I put on here. God damn. At least I remembered what the trailer looked like this time.
That's true.
Jesus Christ. I know the faces. I couldn't think of the names. God damn. And I love all 3 of them too. So we've talked about all 3 of them so many times on the show as well. Anyways, it's a moment. It looks interesting. It's very intriguing. You don't really know what's going on, but there's some shit going on, and yeah, it looks good. I'm excited for it.
I love John Malkovich in roles like this where he's just like a crazy old guy, kind of just doing his own thing, and that's the best roles for him. And
I also love seeing Steve Buscemi in roles where it's like he's in power.
Yeah.
Because he has played so many characters where that's almost the exact opposite of what he has. And so it's like Boardwalk Empire. Yeah. I love that fucking show. And it was like a American style Peaky Blinders almost, right? Like that kind of idea. And he was the leader of that. But then you have him in fucking like Con Air. You have Crazy Eyes, fucking however many fucking Reservoir Dogs. I was gonna say however many Adam Sandler movies he's been involved in. Yeah, Crazy Eyes, fucking
Little Nicky,
Big Daddy. He's the homeless guy, right? Like, you owe me a sausage McMuffin. Like, he's just fucking. He's so many characters. His range is fucking so wide. And then you have Sam Rockwell playing what I feel like is a character he has played on numerous occasions to an extent, but he's just so good.
Yeah.
Like, all of them are phenomenal actors.
I mean, I know he's talked highly, but like, he just seems underrated to me.
100%. I totally
Absolutely.
agree.
Like, name a Sam Rockwell movie.
Iron Man. 2.
I forget the name of it.
Supporting actor.
I'm totally forgetting the name of it, but he's the lead in the Anna Kendrick one, where he's the assassin.
Yeah, Night and Day. No, that was Tom Cruise.
Yeah, not Night and Day.
I don't remember the name of that movie.
I know
See,
that
exactly.
movie, but that movie's fucking
That's
phenomenal.
why I said
Mr.
Zaphod
something.
Beeblebrox, because
so
he was one of
something. Mr.
Mr. Right.
Mr. Right. Right. Yeah.
He played Zaphod Beeblebrox in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
But just very
he's so
underrated
good.
guy, but known.
I feel like he's a similar actor to an extent of like Walton Goggins, who's like been around forever, a phenomenal actor, but it's like over the last 3 to maybe 5 years now he's like broken out.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like Sam Rockwell, I feel like that will still happen for him to an extent, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, anyways, next up we have the Highest Stakes trailer. This looks wild.
You
got Seth Green and a plethora of other individuals.
Welcome
Seth
back,
Green.
Seth Green.
Seth Green really kind of takes the stage here. It's like a dark comedy kind of looking movie.
Almost like Escape Room.
Yeah, there's some weird shit going on. You get a poker game. These strangers get invited to it, and then they end up in like some fucking things aren't working for me right now. X-Files.
Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone. You just needed one more word.
Yeah, Twilight Zone, X-Files
you're just missing zone.
Fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's just interesting.
No, I highly agree with that. It does look wild. I was super excited to see Seth Green on my screen again. It's been a minute since seeing him, and I like that it's weird stuff is going on beyond this, where it's just like showing clips where each player is getting maybe killed off one by one kind of thing. So right up my alley, man.
Yeah, dude.
I'm excited for it. Heard nothing about that until he posted this. So
didn't hear anything. I just saw the trailer and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Seth Green." All right.
At first, I was like, "Is this like an international film?" Because no one was talking other than one guy, and then all of a sudden, I was like, "Oh, I know that guy. Oh, I know that person."
Yeah.
So All right. And that brings us just to kind of roundabout.
We started the show with it. We got to actually do what we always do, though.
The Triple B Memoriam. Chuck Norris, again, passed away at age 86, and we just want to give a toast to him.
Cheers.
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
Special segment of the week. We got Small Screen Sampler, and what this segment is where we take something that we've talked about on the past, but from the small screen. So a TV show that has been on one of the streaming services, if you will. And this time we got Scarpetta, which stars
Nicole Kidman, Bobby Cannavale, Jamie Lee Curtis.
It's got a big cast.
Yeah.
What'd you think of this show?
Well, I'm halfway through episode 6.
Damn, he's liking it.
This show, I'm in. I think it's fantastic. I think it's funny too. I've kind of giggled to myself a little bit because of the amount of things we've covered on this show that have to do with flashbacks.
Yeah. And where we've hated
it's like
it.
a running theme. They do it so seamlessly, and it's just so fucking well done. It makes I feel like I'm watching two different shows almost to an extent, right? Like you're following, but it's with the same case so far, right? And you're just like, you're getting it from both back then and current, and everything is just so, it doesn't feel choppy. It doesn't feel like I'm like being like smacked in the face. Like, what the fuck's happening? Everything is just so smooth. The acting in this is phenomenal. Jamie Lee Curtis has such a wide fucking ability of range in her
100%.
fucking acting is great. It's funny because I find myself like caring about Nicole Kidman in this far less than I think almost any other character so far. And I don't know how far you guys are in this at all, but I just feel like I'm so much more interested in like every other aspect of the show that I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Nicole Kidman's in this every time she comes on the screen, which is not a detriment to her ability at all. I think it's more of like a testament to everybody else in the show and how good the rest of the show is.
So the flashbacks are so seamless. I was doing something else while watching the first episode, and I was entirely confused. Dude, I was like, that's not Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on?
I can back that up because Lindsay has not actually watched the show with me. She was there for the first episode, and then when it was, I think the flashback was when Nicole Kidman's character, when the Scarpetta was taking out the chest.
Yeah.
She was like, oh my God. And then she was like, I can't watch this anymore. But she's been in and out as I've been watching it. And then literally it was either today or yesterday. I can't remember. But one of the days, I guess it wasn't today. They were asleep when I left the house. So yesterday,
everyone was asleep when you left the house.
my last 24 hours was blends together. But yesterday, Lindsay was like, so wait, is she her mom or is she the mom of the little girl? I was like, that is the little girl. And she was like, what? I was like, so the flashback. So there's flashbacks and there's current. She was like, oh, fuck. She's like, I thought it was all just one thing. That's how seamless it all is. Yeah. Like, if you're not following, you could very easily get confused because it is that seamless.
It took 10 minutes and I was confused as shit. And I had to start it over.
You're like, wait,
I was like, what is going on right now?
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, I'm not as far as you, but I'm 3 episodes in, and I'm absolutely loving every minute of it. Yeah. It's so good. Jamie Lee Curtis and Nicole Kidman's character bring the chaos. It brings me back to watching Uncut Gems, where you're just kind of uncomfortable the whole time when they're on screen because they just get at each other so far, and I like when a movie can just get you feeling something like that, and that's what it does. So highly recommend it so far. It's been great. I can't wait to continue to watch it.
Blockbusters question of the week. This week I posed this. I'm asking you, what is a side story or character from a movie or TV show that you think would make the most compelling story to run on its own as a standalone project? So, for example, I put on here Better Call Saul stemmed from a side character, Jimmy, also Saul, from Breaking Bad, right? It's his origin story. It started as him, Jimmy, and then turning into the alter ego kind of persona of Saul Goodman. Or another way you could also look at it would just be simply an agency or an organization that's discussed within a movie or kind of briefly shown in a TV show or something like that. An example would be the house cleaners from Your Friends and Neighbors, right? Yeah. They have their own little organization where it's just kind of a side story that's slightly involved in what he's doing because he's working with the one chick, but she is discussed, they all talk, they all have their own little secrets and stuff, right? So what would that be for you?
I mean, I came up with a couple, but I'm gonna list one, and then maybe we can list the others after we go for our one for one, so the first one, pretty excited about it because I thought about it while watching this show, and then you asked this question, and I was like, well, hey, I thought about this a long time ago. And it's about the Faceless Man in Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
And we
Yeah.
call the show House of Black and White. That would be the show name. And it's just, I mean, these guys are assassin priests, and
Yeah.
you could build a whole story around people they've gone through throughout the years, but mainly focusing on the Faceless Man and how he became no one.
Yeah. That's awesome. I like that.
Did you read the books?
I have not read the
So
books.
it's actually the Faceless Men.
Yeah, well, yes.
It's an entire organization of assassins.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it would
But I
about
agree.
the group.
A show based on I can't remember his fucking name. I just watched
He's no
season
one.
1 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
The dude who's training Arya in season 1.
Yeah.
He is the same guy that shows up later on, played by a different actor.
Yeah.
But that would be a wonderful show because you could have different actors play the character in every episode. It would be great.
Yeah.
He's the
It'd be
Faceless
like
Man.
the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Except for Heath Ledger didn't have to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Hopefully nobody has to die for that to happen. But that's awesome. I like that. That's a good take on it. That's definitely
Which is
a good one.
it's totally possible. I mean, they've already come up with 2, spin-off shows from Game of Thrones
Yeah.
as is. So
I like that.
come up with another one.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms isn't a spinoff.
With
It's a prequel.
It's
Is-
a prequel
yeah.
based on
yeah. No, I meant just
But still,
growing the
it's-
world
growing
of Game
the
of
world, the
Thrones.
expansion of it.
Yes.
All right, so mine would be titled The Cleaners. But it has nothing to do with what I was talking about.
Okay. All right.
So there are multiple movies, multiple shows, but the main primary one that comes to mind for me is The Blacklist. And the Cleaners are the people or the organization that the main guy, James Spader, calls, his character calls after killings have happened.
Yeah.
And the Cleaners are the group of people that come in and clean up the scene. I thought it would be a really interesting take to just have the show titled The Cleaners. They're not affiliated with any other fucking show or anything, right? It's not like a spin-off of anything. It's just its own standalone thing. But it's just an organization that does this work. But in the like kind of category or in the vein of The Office.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a mockumentary style show that follows an organization. So it's a comedy that follows an organization that goes in and cleans up after murders.
I like that.
Like hitmen style murders or like really bad people situations. But it's like these just everyday people that are just like, fuck, this is my job. Guess I gotta go do this now. I thought it would be so interesting and intriguing.
I fucking love that. I got a couple movie ideas.
Okay.
The first one is called Aim for the Bushes, and it's going to focus on The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson from The Other Guys because those characters had so little to do with the movie, but everyone remembers them, right? So just give us a backstory with those two guys leading up until Aim for the Bushes moment.
Okay. I like that.
And then the other one is focusing on Megan in Bridesmaids with Air Marshal John Ben Falcone, and from Bridesmaids, and just kind of focusing on their relationship post meeting from that airplane ride in Bridesmaids.
That's Melissa McCarthy and her husband, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that would be fun.
I think that would be fun. I like
be
that.
fucking-
I did read that. I don't know if anything will actually stem from it, but just from the reunion of sorts at the Oscars when all of them got together, then now there's like rumors and stuff of like a potential Bridesmaids 2, which would be phenomenal. You could have it be on any of the other women too.
100%.
Like any of the other women.
Make
could
it
be a
focused
part of
on
it.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, that would be
Well,
fantastic,
I think
so.
it would be fitting if Bridesmaids 2 centered around Kristen Wiig getting married, and then Melissa McCarthy somehow becomes the problem child of the Bridesmaids.
Yeah,
That
would be great.
That would be just so fitting.
Yeah.
So I hadn't answered to this particular question in my mind, but they've already kind of done it on both cases. So originally it was Boba Fett.
Oh yeah.
Have a series
Yeah.
around Boba Fett and how he went through. Well, they yanked our dicks with it when they dropped The Mandalorian and then Book of Boba Fett, and then didn't really give us a whole lot. So I think a good Boba Fett series is due.
Yes.
And then the other one is Darth Maul from Star Wars.
Which they're
Which
coming
then
out with an animated.
but it's animated.
Yeah.
I want a live action
Yes.
Darth Maul, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preferably after he gets cut in half by Qui-Gon Jinn. But they're doing those things already. So my real answer...
by Obi.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
I was
Obi-Wan
like, he
Kenobi.
killed Qui-Gon.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I fucked that
Scarred
off.
my
That's not
childhood.
what left me with Star Wars. He got cut in half by Obi-Wan
Obi.
Kenobi. So my answer to this is Winston the Wolf from Pulp Fiction. Which has almost been done with The Wolves, starring George Clooney and Brad Pitt. But I think having Harvey Keitel come back as the Wolf old...
Yeah.
and just like a day by day things that he has to go do, and then bring in a lot of those guys that regularly work with Tarantino.
Yeah.
You know, Steve Buscemi, Brad Pitt, George Clooney. They could be like
That could be his
almost
final
be like
film.
a prequel to The Wolves. But I think that would be a good either series, or I think they could make a good series out of it. But Tarantino doesn't do TV, so a good movie.
I'm just proud of myself that I was able to correct you on something Star Wars finally.
That doesn't happen very often, folks.
I think that's the first time it's ever happened in our entire lives. So,
Episode 94.
94. Cheers. Clink.
Clank.